Hey, and welcome to IMO, in my opinion, with J&M. Jonathan, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? Where's my camera? Right there, right? I got a sincere message for every Cubs fan.
Ooh.
Shut the hell up. Boo-hoo. Baez was my boy. Rizzo was the man. I don't give a fuck. That's the way it works. If they suck, then they're going to trade them to get prospects and stuff. You had them for like 8 years. They didn't do shit. They won one measly fucking thing, which I'm still pissed off about that. But
that's a no-go right there for you, buddy.
Are you Bob Barker? Or
you just lost completely.
Drew Carey?
You lost completely.
What?
At everything. You suck.
Who?
Leave him alone. Okay, first of all, you are the biggest fucking hater when it comes to fucking anything you don't like. All right?
Like
you're a big Sox fan or whatever. I don't know how much of a Sox fan you are because I don't really see you, watching Sox games or whatever, going to Sox games or anything like that.
By the way, thank you for your closer too. They gave us
I know, I did see that. I did see that.
We're making it.
You guys are actually doing pretty well, right? You're there in first place?
We're gonna make it.
And lose?
Possibly.
And then what do we say when they lose?
That we made it to a second World Series.
Put your phone on the floor, please.
What do you mean? Who?
Your phone. What? Put it on the floor because I can hear it staticking. There we go.
That was your phone last
My phone's on the floor. You got to keep it away from the microphone.
All right, there you go.
Anyways, so besides that, are you all right? You're living? You're breathing? Cool? Hungry?
Yeah.
Not hungry?
Always.
All right, so we got another guest today. We have a returning guest, Jimmie. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Doing good?
Great.
Doing great?
Yeah.
A lot of sports news going on right now.
See, I can second what he said about the White Sox.
What's your second?
That the White Sox is the best team.
They are the best team right now.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're the best team in the city, though. I mean, they're the best team performance-wise. Yeah, hold on, wait. I'm talking about performance-wise. I'm not talking. I mean,
fan base-wise.
I mean, fan base-wise. I mean, people that actually like the team. Because last time I went to a Sox stadium, it was pretty fucking empty. COVID. It looked like COVID, but every season, every time I've gone over there.
I've been to a game recently, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was a nice sized crowd. So
I mean, I don't know. It's nothing like Wrigley, even though I'm not a fan of Wrigley Field either. But you know what? I'm kind of okay with the guys leaving. If I would have kept anybody though, I would have kept Bryant because I feel like Bryant's the most.
They should have just kept at least one.
I think Bryant's the best choice because he's the most versatile. Like he can play basically any fucking position you want him to play. I mean, he plays infield, he plays outfield. The only thing he can't do is pitch. He probably can do that too. I mean, Rizzo could do the same thing, I guess. I've seen Rizzo play in the outfield. I've seen Rizzo play first all the time, and then I've seen him pitch.
No, he's good at first.
But then I've never been a big fan of Javi.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
You're fucking countryman.
Not from second base or shortstop.
Either way. I mean, okay, is he great defensively? Yeah, he's got a pretty good glove. Do I think he takes unnecessary risks all the time?
Offense.
Hell yeah, he takes a lot of risks. Like, especially like when we were watching the World Series, he was doing plays, simple ground balls, and I feel like he purposely does them more complicated than he has to be.
Yeah, he has to.
He's
it's
like
almost
you
like
with your dribbling.
What? I do not dribble. I'm not a fancy dribbler to begin with. So I don't know what you're talking about.
But you try to be. That's the whole point.
I do not, actually. John, you're a hater, bro. You are the biggest fucking hater in the world. When you have the ball,
just go to the basket. Don't start weaving through your legs and trying to do 360s and stuff. I saw him Euro step himself out of bounds one time.
You're full of crap.
That is true.
You're full of crap.
100%.
You're full of crap. You're full of. What do the kids say? You're capping. You're capping. I don't know what that means, but whatever.
You lying.
You're lying. I don't know. Javi's a good player, right? But he kind of reminds me of like Aramis Ramirez, right? Like Aramis Ramirez, I used to think was a beast, right? But I don't know. And he had an arm for he had a cannon for an arm, right? This dude had a nasty cannon. But there was times where like he'll catch it at third, and he's just for like 10 minutes doing this. Like he purposely wants to beat you at first base by like a quarter of a step. And he just, wow. You know, like, and Javi's almost the same way. Like, dude, just throw the fucking ball. You know, you don't got to freaking spin around all stupid, throw it over your head, and then try to catch it in midair and then throw it. You don't got to do all that. Like, just throw the fucking ball. Nobody cares. But, you know, that's his whole skit, right? His whole shtick is that he's fucking El Mago, you know, the magician or whatever that nickname means, whatever the fuck.
The magician.
I know what it means. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. He also sucks at batting. He strikes out a lot, and he swings at horrible pitches.
Yeah, he does.
He kind of reminds me, you know who was the only other person I remember that was probably as bad or maybe worse is like Alfonso Soriano.
Oh yeah,
Soriano would, and he had the longest bat ever, and this man would swing at stuff that was bouncing. It bounced twice before it even got to the plate.
But when he made contact,
of course,
oh boy.
I mean, but Baez is the same way. When he makes contact, he's pretty good. But golly, he strikes out a lot. He fucking swings at bad pitches. Like, come on, you're a professional. That's why I felt like they should have kept Rizzo or they should have kept Brian.
Rizzo been there for too long, so it was time.
Well, they've all been there around the same amount of time, right?
Rizzo,
Weren't they all picked up at the same time?
Rizzo
was I think Bryant got there
like 13, 14, something like that.
He was the last one to get there, though, I think.
So who the face of the franchise now?
Nobody.
Contreras?
Yeah, I mean, Contreras can hit.
Is Hayward still on the team?
Yeah, but he's old too. Brendan Hayward's old.
I thought
they should have kept. I thought honestly they should have kept Dexter Fowler instead of Hayward. You know, that's just me though. I don't know.
Who's the manager? Fucking what's
La Russa?
No. Ross. It's sad.
Ross.
He's the face of the franchise. It's sad when your manager is the face of the franchise.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's up with them, Brendan. I mean, they're. It's funny because like Rafi's a big. We all know Rafi, right? So like Rafi's a big Cubs fan, and then he said right now. He said right now, oh, we're officially in reconstruction phase or whatever. And I'm like, dude, you've been saying that for the last 10 years. Like, not 10 years, but like the last 3 years when they've been losing.
Oh, they are now.
But they fell into this, talk about your Sox. They did fall into the same rut the Sox did. Because when the Sox won their title in what, 06 or 05, 4, whatever it was, then the next couple years they sucked balls.
And then they got into the playoffs in 08, but then lost first round. So.
Yeah, I mean, the Cubs did the same thing. Like, you know, it's like it's so hard to win baseball back to back.
But I was hoping, man. Because the Cubs got on a fucking hot streak, and I was hoping they could keep it up so we could have a Sox-Cubs World Series. That would have been so great.
Yeah, because they were both in first place at one point this season.
Yeah, I think so.
No, yeah, they were. At one point, they were both in first place.
Yeah, in the beginning of the year.
I mean, can you imagine, though? I mean, you imagine having the Sox across town World Series?
Yes.
And then, oh, my God. There'd be a war on the street, though.
Yeah, it would have.
There'd be riots.
I mean... It'd be pretty bad. The amount of people that would, man. I mean, think about it. When the Cubs won the World Series, Grant Park was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine if at both stadiums the amount of people would have been ridiculous.
You couldn't even walk.
No, it would look worse than Milwaukee. I don't know, but you were watching the game, right?
Yeah.
You would see the crowd from far away. The crowd in Milwaukee, because they were in Phoenix, right? The crowd in Milwaukee was all outside around the building. Dude, you couldn't see the street anymore. It was just people.
I'll tell you, they fan base is over the top.
It's ridiculous.
Well, they got nothing else in there.
Right.
What?
Over there?
In Milwaukee?
They got the Brewers.
The Brewers, I guess.
Cheese curds. What do you got?
I mean, they don't got a football team. The closest one is Green Bay.
Yeah, and that's like 100 miles away.
Yeah.
What else happened? So we got NBA news, right? Westbrook is now a Los Angeles Laker.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Unbelievable. This I'm gonna say one thing, and I wrote this on somebody's, I don't know, post or whatever. Oh, and I wrote it on a text message. If LeBron James somehow manages not to win a championship with this team, okay, and I'm not saying if they get hurt or anything. I'm just saying
I don't think they will.
If he happens to lose with this amount of talent on his team, he is gonna go down a level for me. He's gonna go down to the level of Kwame Brown.
Damn,
Might as well
that's
do it.
pretty low.
fuck, how much more do you need? I mean, we said this about him last season, or when Anthony Davis went over there. Like, fuck, really? And then it was, who else did they pick up? Didn't they pick up one of the Lopez brothers?
Drummond.
No, before that. Didn't they have Brooke Lopez or?
They had him before.
He was still there, but they didn't play him. They didn't play him last. They didn't play him. Yeah, he's in the Lakers, didn't he?
No, I don't think he was.
Paul Gasol, you're thinking?
No, Paul Gasol was no.
Brooke Lopez was not.
Is he on the Lakers right now?
Oh, Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so they had Marc Gasol before they had Drummond, right? So when they picked him up, I was like, holy shit, damn.
Actually, when they got Drummond, I thought for sure that they were going to win it.
Yeah, but nobody plays that style, though. Those are legit big guys.
But he could get rebounds,
and they're not athletics, but they're not athletic big men like Giannis.
Yeah.
But
like
you had
Giannis.
one already, AD.
You're right, but their sacrifice, their risk factors because they're so damn slow.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like if you put him,
injury prone,
you're gonna have to put him to guard someone like Giannis or the Joker or whoever, like somebody who's really gonna be a lot better than them. They're not gonna compete that way.
Yeah, they're not gonna play because
they're not young enough for it.
A lot of teams running small, so they're not.
They're a liability is the word I'm looking for. A liability. But fuck if he doesn't win a championship, bro. I mean, what more do you need? Like, really, what else would? And then even this kind of diminishes the greatness of a championship.
It's what Giannis said. I'd rather have one of these than two of the other ones.
Yeah. He said the same thing. He was like, I stayed here and I won a championship versus I didn't go join a team. Right?
Yeah.
That proves a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's freaking shots thrown, right?
That's an actual championship.
Yeah.
That's a real like fucking back in the 90s championship.
Like fuck, everyone is on that team, bro. I mean,
they gave up some key players like KCP and Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, but you can
Kuzma.
find shooters for cheap. You can find decent shooters for cheap because that's all you need. You don't need any more star power. I mean, half your starting lineup, more than half your starting lineup is is an all-star, Hall of Famer. He has 3 Hall of Famers guaranteed.
Three MVP caliber people.
Think about it. LeBron's a Hall of Famer short ballot, right?
Yeah.
So is Westbrook.
Yeah.
And so is AD.
Yeah.
I mean, what other team?
Gasol
I mean,
too.
now can we stop with the whole Michael Jordan had a super team? Really? It wasn't like this. Because I'll tell you what, as good as Dennis Rodman was, Dennis Rodman ain't no AD.
Scoring wise, no.
No, rebound wise, there's no competition.
I mean, well, what wins games?
Scoring.
Offense.
Defense.
Yes, maybe to an extent. I'll argue with you depending on what team we want to talk about. Because if you want to talk about Golden State, offense wins it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I agree with you, but I think nowadays, especially who can score the most points. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's one of those. I don't know. It's just it's. I hate LeBron.
Everybody does.
I really fucking hate LeBron. I mean, come on, man.
You want to talk about this for him?
You want to talk about Jordan and talk down on Jordan, or we want to say that LeBron's better than Jordan. Yet Jordan really never asked for players. His players kind of fell in his lap,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
And
you see his roster, so you'd be like, they put up a group of guys who was like, you can't win with this.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, who else did he have?
I'm not even going to say Jordan. I'm going to say everybody from the 90s. They weren't about that. They wanted to have their team and beat you and your team. They didn't want to fucking group up.
Except Clyde Drexler. He went to
Houston. Yeah.
I mean, some players moved. I mean, some players moved. Right, like
the mains usually like stayed.
Who was the one that was a Buck and then ended up? Will Chamberlain, right? He was a Milwaukee Buck and then he went to the Lakers. No, not Will Chamberlain. Not Will Chamberlain.
Born in the 50s.
Not Will Chamberlain.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Jabbar, like he moved around and ended up on a super team because that was a super team. I mean, they had James Worthy, they had Magic, they had Kareem.
They drafted them though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I guess it's like, do you consider Golden State a super team when they drafted those 3 players?
Yeah.
I mean, they were a super team, but they didn't
trade for nobody. And nobody.
It was through the draft. They only became that when Durant showed up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just LeBron. Godly. I really wish he would have won. Now I almost wish he would have won a title in Cleveland the first time around. Just because all his championships to me kind of lose value because he had a superstar with him. Like a legitimate superstar. Someone who's legitimately
Giannis said. His counts for like half of one. Because it's not really a real championship. So really he has
shots thrown, eh?
So really he has what? 2?
Yeah.
How many has he won? 4?
4 out of 7?
So I count that as 2.
7 tries?
No.
What has he got?
4 out of 10.
He's been to the finals 10 times?
Yeah. 10 or 11.
How many times has he been in the finals? No, to the finals he's been 7 times.
No, more.
More? To the finals?
Remember, the East was garbage
from 2011 to 20.
So he's 4 in like 10? I don't think he's 4 in 10. Is he 4 in 10? That's bad.
2011.
He's lost more than 1.
Oh no, of course. Yeah, but I thought he was like 4. I thought he was 4 and 6.
Yeah.
So he's been to the finals 6 times.
But we going
playoffs he's been
10.
To the finals he's been 10 times? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the NBA finals?
Yeah, 10 times.
He's won 4. He's lost 6.
Oh, lost 6. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now that makes sense.
That's like 4 out of 10.
Okay, now we're talking. Okay, my bad. I'm a little tired today, guys. I'm sorry.
You just took a nap. Before I got here, you said
I know,
I'm
but
sorry,
it needed to be longer. It needed to be longer. I was sleeping really good too.
That's what she said.
I'm
sorry.
That dude got
Where'd you put that in?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Stop with that.
It's
the
funny.
Price is Right.
That was funny. We also had the draft, right? And how do you feel about the draft, Jimmy? Like, what do you think of it, man? Because I have a very strong opinion
on it. I only know about like three players on there. So I think it was Jalen, both of the Jalens, and then Cade Cunningham. Like, I ain't know nobody else. So
I don't know. Ralphie again, because me and Ralphie talk a lot about basketball. Like me and him get into these debates over how important the draft is, right? And my argument's always been the same. Like the chances of, because everybody boosts up these college players.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be a beast. They're gonna be a beast. They're gonna be. I'm like, bro, we can't even say that because they're playing in a different league, a completely different level when they're playing in college as to when they're playing in the pros, right? There's levels to this shit, right?
Yeah.
So here's my thing. So how many in the last 10 first draft picks, number 1 picks, how many have been fucking amazing that you can recall? Would you say
10? Okay,
the last 10
you
years.
can say
last 10 years.
You can say Kyrie Irving because that's 2011.
Yep.
I know one was like an all-time bust.
There's a lot of busts.
AD 2012, right?
I'll tell you right now.
And then I know it's Anthony Bennett one of them years.
He was like the worst pick of all time. Of all time.
So do you get my drift?
Yeah.
So my thing is, we can never there's anomalies, right? LeBron is an anomaly, right? Certain players are anomalies, but there are far and few in between them. Okay, so here's my thing. So college, okay, there's a reason why.
Oh, you have Wiggins.
He's not even that great.
He was 14.
He's not even that great. He plays for for Golden State. He didn't do shit last year.
I'm just naming them.
Okay, I'll name you the last. How many did we say?
10.
Last 10. So we're in 21. So we're gonna go to 11. Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Anthony Bennett, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons. I don't even know how to pronounce something. Flutes.
No, Markelle Fultz.
That guy.
Terrible.
Aton? DEANDER? DeAndre Ayton.
He was good. He was the guy center for
Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
Good.
Anthony Edwards. And then the new kid, Cade Cunningham.
Where's Wiseman? Wasn't Wiseman?
No, he was number 2.
Oh,
okay. So my thing is college. Okay. So when you're in college, in D1, whatever it is, if you're one of these top players, you stand out above the rest, right? So you're like here and everybody else is like here, right? That's why only a certain amount of college players actually make the league, right? So the problem is, of course, you're going to look hell of a lot better when your level is way higher than the average basketball player in college, right? Like Zion Williamson is, everybody else is here.
It's all about hype too. Like a lot of teams, like a lot of people got they YouTube, like Zion Williamson, he started with YouTube and Instagram.
Doing all his dunking stuff and all that.
So,
Right. But my point is, then when you go into the NBA, right, that gap is no longer like this, okay? That gap is hella here, and there's people that are better than you and people that are better than you.
Right.
So this is when you prove if you're any good. Now, there's anomalies. Obviously, Zion's an anomaly because that dude is just big as fuck and can he's explosive like a motherfucker, right? LeBron's an exception. You know, like D Wade's exceptions. Derrick Rose, exception. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of players on this list that are just not that good.
So it's what, like 50-50, right?
I would say 70-30 that you
That's
land
not
somebody
good?
good. That you land somebody good. In the 30% that you're going to land somebody good.
Oh, do you talking about first round picks?
First round picks.
Like
first, number
overall,
one.
number one, number two.
Number one.
I mean, even number one, number two. Like, didn't the Lonzo kid, he went number two.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think he's great?
No.
Is he worth a number 2 draft pick?
It's hype. I would say it's either hype like from YouTube or like with his case it's his father. So his father hyped him up, and then like he did the summer league, he did the, all that, and then he gets.
But it wasn't just his father, because everybody was talking about that kid. Oh, he's gonna be a beast. He's gonna be a beast. And he's a fucking bum.
Yeah, we said you.
Oh, what's that other one that came in with Derrick Rose? Who
Michael
Beasley?
Michael Beasley. Oh, he's gonna be a beast. He's gonna be a beast. Fucking bum. Where's he playing now?
He about to be.
You know that there's a couple of these draft picks. These draft picks are actually playing. Like one of them playing in Puerto Rico right now. He's not even in the league right now. He's already over there playing minor. I mean, come on.
You talking about
Carl Anthony Towns? How good is he?
He's good.
He's good, but he's just in a bad system.
He ain't no star. I don't think he's no star.
He's a star.
Yeah, his name is an all-star. I don't think. I mean, you want me to tell you how much he's averaging right now?
He's not gonna be an all-time.
I mean, realistically,
he don't got no Weber
20 and 10.
numbers.
he's 18-10 with 2. You know who's got the best numbers out of all these people? The last 10 years, the best numbers go to Zion. He's got 22-6.
But how many games he play?
He's brand new. He hasn't played that many.
He only played about 50 games.
He got hurt too.
Yeah, and he's still got numbers like that. I mean, let's go through this list. So I'm gonna go a little back. So Derrick Rose, obviously, he's worth first draft pick.
Bust.
Nah, he's a bust. I call him a bust, but I call him a bust. It's not his fault.
He's a busted leg.
Yeah, he's a busted leg person. Blake Griffin,
Nah.
worth first draft pick? Was he worth the first draft pick?
Overall?
He was number 1.
No.
Okay. So bust basically, right?
I'm sure if you go through his draft, you would.
So let's say bust or no bust.
That's another one.
He's a bust.
Bust or no bust?
I think he's not.
You think he's not a bust?
No.
You think he's
For
worth
his hype? He lived up to his hype.
Think so?
Yeah.
No rings, no nothing.
That part, but it's just like no.
Isn't that what's important though?
Yeah, for the most part, but he just had bad teams.
What? He was on the Clippers. The Clippers are one of the best teams at the time.
They was a bad team. They was badly coached.
You think Lob City was a bad team?
Yeah, it was.
Oh man!
How many times they went to the Western Conference Finals?
Jimmy.
Zero.
Oh, Jimmy.
They had bad teams.
Next one would be, so you think he's not a bust. Okay. John Wall.
I'd say his level would be like a low first round pick or a mid first round pick. John Wall.
John Wall bust?
Sure, he hasn't won anything either.
What has he got? He's pretty good though.
He used to be pretty good.
He's probably on the same level as Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can agree with that. I agree with that. So bust?
No.
A solid mid-level.
Last 3 years, I'd say no. But for the most part, he lived up to his expectations.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. I mean,
great player.
Great, yeah.
Anthony Davis.
Great player.
Okay, let's say Hall of Fame then. let's say instead of bust, Hall of Famer or not? Because you would assume that maybe your number one draft pick should probably make the Hall of Fame, right?
Right.
Is that fair enough to say?
Right. Yeah.
You would hope so.
Okay, so let's go back. Derrick Rose, Hall of Fame or no?
No.
Yes.
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 John, you're crazy.
What
John,
does he
if
want?
Chris Webber fucking makes the Hall of Fame, you're gonna tell me Derrick Rose
Chris
isn't
Webber
gonna?
was great.
Was he MVP?
He
Oh
was,
my God. John, you
Rookie
are
of the
John.
Year?
You have something right here. It's probably this guy's. Never mind. Dude,
family show.
bro,
Let's keep it clean.
bro,
Let's keep it clean.
What?
take his out of your mouth.
What do you want me to say? Derrick Rose is pitching hover rounds right now. He's fucking
Nah, he had a solid year with the Knicks.
okay.
He said push a hover rise.
And those chair escalators. Oh, he's pushing a hover rod. It's fucked up. Holy shit. Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. That was pretty funny.
I mean,
Dude, what he's done, what he accomplished in the years in Chicago alone make him a Hall of Famer, bro.
you think so?
Bro, if you're gonna swear to me and tell me that Chris Webber deserves to be in the Hall of Fame,
Sure he does.
Derrick Rose meant more
I
to
guess.
basketball than Chris Webber did.
What?
Yes, Derrick
Why-
Rose meant
why-
more to the NBA than Chris Webber ever did in his career.
I don't
He
know
was the
about
most
all that.
exciting player to watch.
So was Chris
in-
Webber. So
When?
was Chris Webber. When he was with the
When?
Kings.
Sacramento.
You know when he was the most exciting?
when?
When he fucking called that timeout when he didn't need to. That was when he was most relevant.
Or when he was with the.
You know his teammates were telling him to call the timeout, right? You do realize that, right?
Who's the leader? Was he a captain? Wasn't he a captain?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the number one pick.
Oh.
Probably that fucking Jalen Rose
Oh.
telling him to call the timeout. Fuck you, Jalen.
All right. Next, Derrick Rose Hall of Famer, bro. I don't care what you say.
I
It's automatic.
guess.
Blake Griffin Hall of Famer?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
If he does, it's gonna be one of those like, we'll just let him in. Whatever. We got to get everybody in at some point. John Wall Hall of Famer?
Hell no.
No. Anthony Davis
Yes.
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Easy. That's easy.
Yeah.
He's gonna have like a he's gonna be like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar kind of player, like because he's so tall, like he's still gonna be able to play even when he's old.
I don't know because his.
I mean, do you think he's better than Tim Duncan?
He's got injury issues.
Yeah, his injuries. 'Cause
No,
I
was
guess.
talking
Yeah,
about-
I guess.
I was talking to this with my mom. My mom was a big sports fan too, so she was talking about when he get like 35, he's not gonna be able to play no more.
Oh yeah, I mean it depends. It all depends. But I'm just saying if he stays semi-healthy,
The thing is, when your game is based on explosiveness and
his
how-
game isn't
how-
based on
how-
explosiveness. His game, he's just tall as shit. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He doesn't need to depend on
No,
explosiveness.
yeah, he does.
Derrick
'cause
Rose.
he's faster than the people.
I
he's
understand
playing.
that. I understand that. But if Tim Duncan
Well,
could
at 30, he's
Hold
not
on.
going to be fast.
Hold on. If Tim Duncan was as effective as he was, do you consider Tim Duncan to be explosive?
No, that's
Okay,
why he
so Anthony-
lasted so long. That's why
Anthony
Dirk
Davis-
Nowitzki lasted so long.
I get it. But the thing is, Anthony Davis
Uh-huh.
can settle down in his career to have to play like them.
So what is he going to be? Like a jump shooter then?
Can he not shoot?
Yeah, he can shoot.
He can shoot.
Oh, so then what's the big? You're saying he's explosive like Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, understandable why he fucking blew out his knee.
Right.
He jumps out the freaking gym. Zion is the one that's got to worry about injury because he's already getting fucking injured,
Yeah,
and
his knee.
he's explosive.
Yeah, his knees already messed up.
That's a different story. I think Anthony Davis can have a career where he can just, at the end of his career, he can just post and kick out and just block people. He's 7 foot what? 2?
Yeah, he
He's
gonna.
pretty tall.
Not 7'2". He's
How tall is it? Like 7 foot?
11.
Yeah, he
Whatever.
about
How long
6'6",
is How long is
6'6".
Har's freaking arms?
I don't know. Maybe as long as his eyebrows. I don't know. So, I guess he makes it.
You guess.
What are you doing? Yeah, he'll make
You
it.
guess he
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
it?
he won his championship. Tainted, but he won it.
I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. Okay, so next person is Anthony Bennett. I don't even know who that is. Obviously,
There's
he's
a
not that
reason
good.
you don't know.
I know.
You know, for
Exactly.
his career, he averaged like 5 points a game or something
Probably
like
less
that.
than.
4.2.
Yeah.
Yes, he averages 4.2.
Damn, you like that, right?
3 rebounds and a quarter of an assist.
First round pick. I could do that. I could do that in a half. Shit.
Let me play with LeBron and I'll have more. I'll have hell of
Right.
assists, more assists. Give me
Dude,
fucking.
imagine your first round
And that was
pick,
post
4
LeBron.
points.
And this is why I'm saying we can't hype up first round picks because
He's
we
right.
have no idea.
LeBron wasn't even on the team, so he was the go-to guy.
That was him and Kyrie Irving.
Moving on. Now we got Andrew Wiggins, who's playing with Golden State. I don't know if he's
That
still
was
signed with
another
Golden
Cleveland
State.
pick.
I think he's a bust. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer at all. He doesn't make the Hall of Fame at all.
Hell,
At all.
he
At
hasn't
all. At
won
all.
anything.
He's not even.
Unless he
All-Star.
has a Jurassic fucking
Does he?
turnaround.
When did he go with
He was
the-
hyped up too.
He was hyped up. Everybody was
he
on
could
his
jump.
nuts.
Him.
Him and the next and the one after the next. So
You
the
know
next
what it
one's
is? Canadians. Don't trust Canadians. Wiggins is Canadian, and that Bennett
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah,
was
he's
Canadian.
yeah.
What about Murray? Murray,
The
Canadian
the
too.
kid from
Denver.
Denver. He's good.
He's good.
He's good. But I mean, let's stick to the first round draft picks. I mean, first for the number 1 overall draft picks. So you got Karl Anthony Towns. He
No.
might make the Hall of Fame only because he was on that beef jerky commercial with Sasquatch.
Yorkie.
That's the only thing I know him for. That's what's fucked up.
Is
That's
that a
all I
He's
know him
good.
for.
He's
Was
good.
that
He's
recent?
good, solid
What
center.
the beef jerky
Yeah.
commercial? Yeah, he had a whole series of
It
it.
was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't super long ago.
Solid player. Not
Nothing great.
definitely not.
Nothing great. Who else we got? Ben Simmons.
No.
I don't
Man
think so
can't
either.
shoot.
He's not a bust.
Where is he playing right now?
He's still with
Philly.
but they trying to trade him.
Did you see what they tried? They asked a man that cannot shoot the ball. So he's basically a Dennis Rodman type. They asked the Warriors, right? For
some picks.
For Ben Simmons?
4 first round picks
For him?
And then who else they pick? A Wiseman, their second pick of last year,
Yeah.
and somebody else
For Ben Simmons.
for
they-
Ben
fuck
freaking
that.
Simmons.
And they declined it.
I'm good.
I mean, there was
That's
no
not
way.
even. Yeah, that's not even a logical. Fucking,
For a guy who scores 10, 12 points a game.
The Ace rookie season, it was good, but he need to go back to what he was doing. I guess they exposed him about his jump shot and his free throws and
He exposed himself.
right
Next one is going to be Markel.
folks.
Nope.
No.
Obviously
Never.
not.
Okay, cool. Let me just look at his numbers just for shits and giggles. He has a whole 7 points, 3 rebounds.
Solid.
He got
He's got Chris Webber numbers.
No. No.
He was bad with shooting too. So, free throws, he'll get to the free throw line and hesitate.
He was one of those guys where I think he came into the league and it just got to him and he
Yeah.
just got so fucking nervous
Yeah,
that it's
It took over. I get it. It wouldn't let him play.
It messed up his head. He had too much hype too.
All right. So next one is DeAndre
Aiden.
Ayton.
Yeah, if he played the way he played,
He's got
with
solid
Phoenix.
numbers. He's
Yeah.
he's a double right now. 16 and 10.
Yeah.
I wish I knew more about him, but I don't.
You
So
sleep.
Hall of Famer or no?
I mean, it's
way
possible.
too early to
It's
Is he showing
possible.
any signs of it?
Yeah.
the way he played this
If
year.
he had Chris Paul on his team, yeah.
Well, he had Chris Paul on his
Well,
team.
Chris
Yeah.
Paul's only going to be on his team for another year or two.
so
He's getting old.
All right. Zion Williamson, obviously. I feel he may make it as long as he stays healthy.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Because he's one of those weird players, but the thing is, what else does he bring to the table, right? Can he really shoot?
no.
Okay. So his game is like LeBron's right now, right? Where he just goes, or a young LeBron, where he goes to the basket, 96% of the game. Okay, so he's obviously a bigger player than LeBron. He's a heavier player, heavier set player. He jumps like LeBron. That's gonna take a toll on you now, unless he's room buddy with LeBron and his health team.
Nah.
I don't know. I mean, that's gonna take a toll. And then
He
what do you
gotta-
depend on? He's gonna fall into the same rut that fucking Derrick Rose falls into. Because Derrick Rose, as good as he wasn't that great of a shooter, right? He wasn't. He was. I don't even think he was at all any good at shooting threes. Maybe mid range. Maybe he was a drive and finish,
Yeah.
right?
But top
So
of
when he blows his knees out,
He's
you can't really
you
jump,
know who's
be
gonna end up
explosive like that.
That guy from Boston, the chubby guy from Boston.
What chubby guy from Boston?
The one that was on the championship teams.
Oh, you're talking about Glenn,
Big Baby.
Oh,
yeah,
Davis.
yeah.
The one we thought that's who you would
That's
be
who
in the
he's gonna
WNBA.
be. When he stops being able to jump, that's who he's going to turn into. So it's not going to be good.
I don't know. That he has the potential to be really good,
He's
but
got to
he
lose weight.
needs
They saying he's
He
the face of the
needs to-
league.
he needs to fucking develop a jump shot. Something else besides just dunking on everybody.
He need to lose about 30 pounds.
Yeah.
So after him, we get Anthony Edwards,
Solid.
2020. He's 19-4.
He's solid.
What do you think? Hall of Famer?
Too early.
Too early to tell?
Too early.
Yeah.
What about LaMelo Ball?
LaMelo? That's the little brother, right?
Yeah, the little.
Do I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer? No.
Or is he a bust?
Is he a bust? The
No.
little one?
No.
The little
I
one?
don't
No,
think
I
so.
think the little one is living up to. I mean, here's the thing. I think the Ball family bar dropped a shit ton after Lonzo's fiasco.
Yeah.
So I think the little brother's doing fine because since we don't expect that much from it anymore, I mean, I don't think there was as much hype for him as
actually
much as his
think
brother.
When his career's over, he's going to be averaging like 20 plus and like about.
I think
You think
he's
so?
gonna
seven
be. I think he's gonna be like a
seven
Jason Kidd type.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
But a better shooter. I don't think Jason Kidd was
I don't think he's that great of
a
a shooter though.
yeah.
I mean, he's not great. He's better than his brother. Don't get me wrong.
No, his brother ain't got better with his form.
Brother
but-
sucks balls at shooting. Dude, this guy right here across from you can fucking shoot better than Lonzo Ball. I kid you not.
I don't know about that. Ben Simmons, yeah.
Yeah, Ben.
100%.
Anybody can shoot better than him.
Fucking, I don't know. The little brother's got more game.
I like him. I like the way
I like
Yeah.
he's faster. He's more aggressive. He's not as
He more of a point guard. He can pass.
but he actually wants to kind of score, which I think is what his brother lacks. Like his brother Lonzo really depended on passing the fucking ball all day. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is a scoring guard game right now. You have to be able to score.
You're going to see when he gets more comfortable, he's going to be scoring.
Bulls might.
I mean,
pick him up.
but you're almost saying like he's gonna turn into like a Tracy McGrady or something.
No, not that crazy.
You just said it. You just said he's gonna. How much did you say he's gonna average
I
at the
said
end of his
20
career?
plus,
20.
20.
maybe 18.
I didn't say 25, 26.
I mean,
T-Mac. T-Mac won a scoring title, I think.
yeah.
I think so.
T Mac was a fucking beast.
So I'm not going that far. I'm saying
Plus, T Mac
he's
was a
gonna
lot
be in
bigger.
the 18 to 20 range
Possible.
on the high end. On the high end.
I don't know. I don't see him standing out that much. I can see him being good, but I don't see him outshining like Devin Booker or any players like that.
But Devin Booker.
But Devin
scores
Booker's
like
not.
30.
Devin Booker at the end of his career isn't gonna average 30.
No.
He's probably gonna average like 24.
24, yeah.
I think it's going to be more.
So you're telling me that LaMelo Ball is gonna average 2 points less than Devin Booker?
Yeah.
You're fucking nuts.
Wait until he gets comfortable.
How many years has he been in the league? 2?
No, this is gonna be his second year.
This is gonna be his second year.
They're
I'm not
young.
saying he's not good.
Pups.
I'm not saying he's not good. I just feel like at this level, at this point, you have to show glimpses of being great.
And he
I mean,
has.
great. Like
He
Derrick
got
Rose
hurt.
showed that he was
He
great.
hurt his hand.
Man, Derrick Rose had the hype though.
LeBron James showed that he was great
Man.
in their rookie years.
Yeah, rookie.
I'm talking about great. I'm not talking about he looked good. I'm talking about
All right.
great.
You know what? To end this conversation, I'm going to say
We're not far. We're definitely not.
16 points.
Let's go.
16 points.
Let's
All
go
right?
back a couple years. Let's go back a couple years because then the names get really, really good. Okay. So when I tell you great, this is when it gets really good. So in 91, Larry Johnson was the number 1 draft pick.
He was good. He was
I know he was, but he
solid.
wasn't great.
for the,
No.
for the like the first 5 years, he was all right.
Then we have one of the greatest
He
of
was
all time.
grandmama.
Yeah.
In 1992, the
92.
great Shaquille O'Neal
Shaquille.
was drafted number 1. That's great. He
yeah.
was great
I see
from
where
day
this going.
one.
I see
Yeah.
where this is going.
Okay. The next one, he knows where I'm going. The next one we can fucking argue
93.
about, and we can leave it out. We'll skip 93.
Who's 93?
93. That fucking Chris.
Chris Webber.
Who?
Yeah.
We don't say that name in my. What was his name?
Chris Webber. He went
He was drafted in '93.
Mr. Dada.
But yeah, he's
himself.
not in the Hall of Fame. He might. I think he's going in this
He's
year.
going in.
I think he's going in this year.
Oh, I
It
might
only
drive over there.
It only took him like
I might-
20 tries.
I might take the trek over there.
And you want to say he's great, but he almost took him like
but
20
you know
tries.
he got robbed of that championship. You know.
Okay, John.
Okay, so-
Listen
yeah?
to me. Listen to me. First of all, it wasn't that. First of all, that team, the Sacramento Queens,
Kings.
okay, the Sacramento Kings weren't great just because of Chris Webber. And don't tell me he was a major part of the team. He was not. He was a part of the
biggest. He was the biggest part of that team. If it wasn't for him coming, they wouldn't be like. Okay, so here's what it was. He went to the team, right, and then he got Jason Williams, right, white chocolate.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he got inspired by the way he would pass, right? And then he brought that to the teams after Jason Williams left. He kept that around. They were all about passing. It was his thing. Like, he started that. So that's what made them exciting to watch. That's why they won 60-plus games every year. And that's why they should have won a championship if they got robbed. No, it's the truth.
I think they got rid of Jason Williams because he was he didn't go with their system, and then he turned the ball over a lot too. So that's why they went to go get Bibby, and then Bibby took him to that next step.
Bibby's swole now. I like him. Swole as hell. Have you seen the pictures of Mike Bibby?
Oh yeah,
I saw him when he was playing in the Big Three.
Yeah.
But then he got accused of raping a girl, and then he had to quit.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that? He's under investigation for that.
Jeez.
Again, I'm not saying Chris Webber wasn't a good player, okay? But you're holding him on a pedestal that entire team. You want to talk about a Golden State-ish type of team?
Who's the face of that team?
None of them, really.
None of them.
You're gonna tell me Mike Bibby? You're gonna tell me Mike?
Who the face of the team was?
Really? I'd probably take Mike Bibby or Peja Stojakovic.
Huh?
Dude, you're gonna tell me that Peja Stojakovic wasn't more important to that team than Chris Webber?
Chris
Oh my
Webber?
God,
No,
bro, that dude. You wouldn't even have made the playoffs without that man.
Stupidity are you spewing right now? You wouldn't have made the playoffs with Chris Webber without Chris Webber. You know it's true. Oh, he was the face of that team.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, fine. I'll grant you that he was the face of the team.
Yeah, he was an
but
all-star.
I will not say it's almost like, okay, how do I explain this? Do you think Chris Webber was like the Steph Curry stands out in Golden State's championships?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what Chris Webber is?
What?
Draymond Green.
No.
That's a good comparison.
No, he is not.
Dude, that whole team, that team
you know
was
what?
stacked. First
You
of
know
all,
what
that team
kind
was
of fucks
stacked.
him up?
His stupid timeout. Yeah, that fucked him up.
When he was in the league, he was like, man, there was just like all-time great power forwards.
Agreed.
You had fucking Malone.
Agreed.
You had
I think he's like top 15.
Nowitzki.
Oof. Did you hear that?
I think he's
Top 15. He thinks he's
Top
he's
three.
the greatest player, the greatest basketball player to ever play.
I'll talk about like
all
far as
around.
power forwards. Maybe top
He says in the league,
I don't think he's
period.
top 15. Well, at that time, you had your pick. You couldn't go wrong with any of them. You had Tim Duncan, Nowitzki, Chris Webber. You had Kevin Garnett. You had Karl Malone. You had a shit ton.
I don't know.
From his career.
I think that team was really good.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
I mean, you had
Again, back to the Kings team.
yeah.
That team was really fucking good. Okay? Chris Webber wasn't no bum.
No.
Neither was Mike Bibby. Neither was Doug Christie. Neither was Peja Stojakovic. Neither was Hito Turkoglu. Neither was Bobby Jackson. Neither was
Vlade Divac.
Vlade Divac. Well, I mean, he was old, but he wasn't no bum.
No.
They had literally 7 players that I just named off. They had Scott Pollard at the time that was still giving him good minutes or whatever. They had a team of nothing but good players.
Yeah. I agreed. And Chris Webber made them good players. What do you want? He was the leader of the great
Dude, you could have
players.
put anybody, any other power forward,
No.
and it would have been the same thing. He is replaceable. That's all I mean by he's not that great.
If you was to put Tim,
You put Tim Duncan there, you put Kevin KG there, you put anybody. You put Charles Barkley on the old Charles Barkley freaking on that Sacramento team, and they make the same playoffs.
right?
Okay, so
Maybe the final.
My point is that he is replaceable. He's not your main reason why they got as far as they did. He is replaceable.
Yeah, but you
Shaq is not replaceable.
You
There's a
named
difference.
A bunch of Hall of Famers to replace him, and you just said they would have done the
Okay,
same
here's the
thing.
difference. Here's the
That doesn't even
difference. Here's the
make any
difference.
sense.
If
What?
you take Shaq out of the 2000 Lakers
Shaq is
and
not
you
a
put
power
Charles
forward?
and you put
Okay.
wait, if you grab Shaq and you replace him with David Robinson, the Lakers don't win.
I think they do.
You're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy. You think David Robinson is going to overpower 90% of the league?
Robinson got a quadruple double.
I understand that, but he's not. Has he ever been called the most dominant force in basketball?
He did win the MVP though.
I
He had
agree, but
the-
he's not the same type
He
of
had
player.
the body of
I
an
think it's neck and
Adonis.
neck.
I understand that, but it's
think
not.
he's a Greek
It's not the
god.
same type of player. Shaq gives you something that is you can't replace. No one else does what he does. What Chris Webber did, a lot of players did. Plenty of players can do what he did. He is not unique. Jordan is
He was
unique.
back then.
Why? Because he did the little that thing.
No, because he was
A passing power forward.
a passing power forward. There weren't too many of those.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's your Hall of Fame speech.
He was an all around.
That's what you're gonna lead off with his Hall of Fame speech.
I should introduce.
I
him
passed
into
Hall of,
his
I'm a
enshrinement.
passing.
I would make that man look so good.
I know you would. I know you would.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, moving on. Who else we got here? I like this conversation. I like looking
Oh my
back at
God,
players. God, I can't unlock my phone.
You gonna go back to the 50s?
No. We're just gonna keep moving forward. So we have
Jerry Kuzma.
Glenn Robinson for the Milwaukee Bucks
No.
after Chris Webber.
Not a Hall of Fame.
Did he make it to the Hall?
No, I don't think.
No.
Then we have Joe Smith for Golden State. I don't even know who that
No.
is. Allen Iverson, unique,
Yes.
special. You
Hall of
cannot
Fame.
replace him. Do you see the difference, John?
No.
He is not replaceable.
Just
He-
like Chris Webber.
Oh my God, Jimmy, do you agree with him?
I don't think so.
Thank
Nah, you talking about Allen Iverson? Nah, that's one of a kind.
you. That's one of a kind. Chris
Gennaro-
Webber.
Gennaro Pargo would have
Oh,
took
God.
his spot and they would have done the same thing.
That's just like you saying Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue.
Oh my
Let me
goodness.
see.
Nah, nobody want to mess with Iverson at that point in time.
Iverson was a
Eddie
beast.
House, I think.
Eddie House for the Lakers. Are you serious? You think he was as good as he's compatible to Allen Iverson?
Smush Parker.
Are you getting high off this vape?
Jordan Farmar. Big ear Jordan Farmar.
yeah, he
one
did
of the
have
same thing.
You know what made him look worse? Whenever he would like shave it,
No,
shave his
I-
head. When he had longer hair, it would
Yeah.
kind of cover it. But when he would go to that really, really tight buzz cut, oh my!
No.
It almost looked like
No bueno.
if he's running too fast, he's gonna just pick up off the ground like a fucking airplane. Oh my God! Because the flaps opened up. If we keep on, so then we got Tim Duncan, Hall of Fame, but they're Hall of Famers automatically, right? Michael something, I don't know what his last
Michael
name is.
Olacandy.
Yeah, wait, he sounds familiar. Where is it?
He was with the Clippers.
Clippers, yeah.
He was good. Solid.
Nah,
Not great.
bust.
He averaged 8.9 and 7.
So he was trash.
fucking trash.
I try to make you look good.
Then we have a
Michael
Chicago.
Olacandy.
Then we have a Chicago native, Elton Brand, right? He was from here, or we drafted him here in
Solid.
high school.
Okay, that one. He was solid.
He went to Duke.
Solid.
He was solid, but he was a bust too, because then he just went downhill quick. But I think the league changed from under him.
Yeah,
I think that was
No,
with that
but he had a
transition
long
time.
career. He had.
Yeah,
He was with the
he
Clippers.
Yeah, he was with the. He was
14
decent
years?
with
He was with the Clippers, but I think again he was in that transitional year where like it started to go more into what we have now,
Right.
versus when
And that-
his game was post up.
Post
Yeah.
up, yeah.
And
Hook shot.
if he would have played a couple years earlier, he would have been really good.
Right.
I mean, he was really good, but I mean, he
He
would have
was-
been better. He would have stood out more.
He was co-rookie of the year with Steve Francis.
Then we have Kenyon Martin, #1 draft pick for the
No.
New Jersey Nets. I don't know about this one.
You think he's a Hall of Famer?
I think he makes it.
No, he does not.
Did he win a championship?
No, but he was one of the driving forces for the Nets to make it. I mean,
Yeah,
that dude,
yeah, he was.
that dude. We were watching. Remember, we were watching a video of his like highlight blocks and shit.
Yeah, he could jump. That
dude was nasty, dunking on people. Like he would dunk on you with such force.
Yeah,
like
there's a bunch of people that do
No,
that.
I know, but he's one of those because he stood out
He's like the
because
poor
of
man's
that.
Blake Griffin.
I think he's better than Blake Griffin.
No, he's
I
not.
don't think so.
I think he's. You know why I think he's better than Blake Griffin? Because I think at least
He's more athletic.
At least he stuck to what he was good at, and that's rebounding and dunking the ball. Blake Griffin tries to do spin moves.
And Hall of Famer.
I'm not okay. I'm not saying. I'm. All I said was it would be. He would probably make it in the same sense that like Dennis Rodman made it, because he stood out on that team of New Jersey. Really, really bad.
What about the
I mean, he doesn't have anything special, but I mean, that's all I'm saying. My only argument is that he really was one of the driving forces for New Jersey's runs both years because they went twice.
Destroying your whole thing,
Right? They went to the finals twice.
Right.
So they won the Eastern Conference Finals twice.
What is
With really who was on that
To make
team?
it to the Hall of Fame, you got to have
Kittles.
something special about you.
Yeah.
So
And
what the fuck is Chris
and
Webber
you
there
just
for?
said,
Then why the hell is Chris Webber there?
Because of his
He doesn't
numbers,
have anything
His
special.
numbers, his career
Fuck.
numbers,
What does he have
his
special?
career numbers, the same that are just as good as Kevin Garnett's, that are just as good as they're lower than Charles Barkley, but Charles Barkley is really good. He's right there with them, man. His career numbers are good. 21 points for your career is not good. 10 rebounds.
Chris Webber?
Yeah.
Chris Webber does not have 21 for his career.
Check.
He has 17.5 and
That's not
9.1.
true.
I'm looking at it right
No,
now.
that's
So I was
career.
like, what?
It says 17.5
Lies.
and
Some of
9.1.
the years he wasn't.
Well, you got to take out those.
You can't do
Detroit
that. No, get the
Pistons.
fuck out of here. That's his own fault. He wanted to play.
You got to. You got
What
to
do you
take
mean?
them out.
How much did you think he had?
And
20
the-
what?
20, high, low 20s, 21.
17.5.
That's not true.
You got look at his
And that's his
Sacramento-
career.
His
That's-
Sacramento Kings number.
That's the only one you want to look at. That's the only one. That's not fucking fair.
Oh, it's Golden
Everything-
State.
Then let's look at
The
Derrick
Kings
Rose's
down.
only when he was in Chicago. He's the
Chicago.
greatest player to ever play then.
No.
Right.
Nope.
All right then. So we can't do that. We can't do that then, right?
Look at Kenyon Martin's career numbers.
Let's look
I
at
bet
Tim
you there's
Duncan's.
no
Let's look at Tim
fucking
Duncan's. Does you want to
17?
say he has the same numbers as Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan has 21 and 11.
I think
Chris Webber has
that's
17 and
Chris
9.
Webber's. How many assists?
3.6.
Who?
Your boy.
How
3.6.
many does Tim Duncan?
And you said he's a what? He's a passing big man? I bet you Joakim Noah probably averages higher than he does.
No, that's not true.
Anyways, I'm getting my blood pressure all excited here. Okay, I think in 2001 we had the overall biggest bust of all time in Kwame Brown. I think Michael Jordan was on drugs that day when he drafted that man. Did he stand out in college? Where did he go?
He didn't go to college.
He didn't go to college. He was a high school kid, right?
No.
You got to check out his podcast. Just
No, I've seen him talk shit
I've seen a
about
lot.
Jordan and all this crap and all these players.
They
Eh,
broke him down. He was like Markel Fultz.
I think he's trying to play a victim.
He's definitely not trying to play a victim.
You don't think so?
no.
You
He's
think really?
telling you
He
what
just
happened.
getting back at him.
I don't know. I mean,
For-
regardless of that, when we look at his professional career, he's a fucking bust. He's a bust. He was missing. I remember he was with the Lakers at one point. He was missing like everything. Like there's a play where he missed the dunk, then he missed the layup. He got his rebound, missed the layup. He did it like 4 times in one possession.
Question: How many years did he play? Like 6, 7
doesn't say how
in the
many years
league.
they play.
No, he played a good number.
Probably like 6 or 7, maybe.
So he's not the biggest bust.
Yeah, he
That
played.
Bennett only played for like 2.5
Before he
years,
left.
and he was gone.
Next after Kwame was Yao Ming. That's an interesting one because I mean,
think he-
It's a lot of hype with him.
he got
that China.
he's
hype.
13 and 8.
He had that
So he's
China.
just as good as Chris Webber because
No.
he's only a couple points behind him.
and he's a
couple
Hall
mo-
of Famer.
That's 4 whole points
Ooh.
behind. him.
Okay, never mind. I was just talking shit. He is a Hall of Famer already,
He shouldn't
obviously.
be in it.
It's a lot of hype though.
I think
Yeah.
he's more in it because of everything he's done, including all the stuff
What
in
has he
China.
done? I mean, yeah.
That's what I mean. He's done more for the game than
Yeah.
just
He-
he's beyond
he-
his career. He's
globalized it,
he's
yeah.
beyond his career. LeBron James is after him, automatic, obviously. Hall of Famer. The next one's interesting. Number 1 draft pick in 2004, Dwight Howard.
No.
Yeah.
That one's a bust for me. You think he is? No.
He's a bust.
I think I see him as a
He's
bust, kind of.
like an 8-time All-Star, 3-time defensive.
But they pick him because he's a dunker.
He's not a bust, but he's not a Hall of Fame.
You get what I'm saying? Like they pick
To
him
me.
because he's got a championship. Or with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Never mind. I forgot. He's
He's
got
a role player.
He's got to
As a
pick
role
me up.
player.
He's got to pick me
he
up
got
on
one
a
of those.
championship. Even that guy. Who's that
One
dude?
ring,
Who's
go
that
to
dude
the-
from Texas? Morrison, that was really good. He has a ring with the Lakers.
Adam Morrison.
Oh,
Adam Morrison.
He played
Like,
with Gonzaga.
He was really good in Gonzaga, and then
Yeah,
because he was on the cover of NCAA, the video game,
Yeah.
and then he comes into the NBA, and I think I saw him play maybe once.
He
I mean,
played
what the fuck?
with the Bobcats, and then he went to the Lakers.
Yeah, and he won a championship with the fucking Lakers.
I think
And
he
I don't think
won
I ever saw
both
him
of
play. Maybe I saw him play once when they were losing by like 30. Dwight Howard's an interesting one because if he doesn't have numbers, doesn't have great numbers, right? He's 12 and 10.
Oof.
12 and 10. 12 and 10.
Far away from my guy.
Yeah, not that much. You're making it seem like it's like a 10-point gap there. Dwight Howard, he had the 2 years in Illinois, in Orlando, where he was the main character, and he had who was that point guard that he had? Nelson? Jameer Nelson?
Yeah.
Jameer Nelson, he was pretty good. Jameer Nelson was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I say no.
No.
I say yes.
You say yes?
To Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame.
Ooh, no.
That's tough.
If he makes it, who isn't going to make it?
I'm serious.
I like defensive player. Like
Kwame Brown will make it too. Might as well.
If Ben Wallace can make it, I know.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
I
see,
get.
that's the problem with putting people like Dennis Rodman and fucking that guy into the Hall of Fame. Because then you can literally just put anybody. Because they scored nothing. Like,
Yeah, Ben Wallace was
7
not
points a game.
very a big scorer.
It's almost turning into like the WWF Hall of Fame. Like WWF Hall of Fame, they put anybody in the fucking Hall of Fame.
But if you contribute to the game in any type of way, you should deserve a Hall of Fame.
no, but the Hall of Fame should be for the elite,
Truly
the
great.
elite. So
But
like
they was elite with what they did. They was defensive juggernauts. So I feel like if you put it like you got people that just like pure scorers and then they make it. And then what about the defense? The defense.
But
And
I
then
don't like
they
that
champions
either.
too.
Like I don't like the fact that Carmelo Anthony's gonna end up making it to the Hall of Fame.
I don't mind Carmelo Anthony.
I do.
I don't mind Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony has carried teams by himself. I mean, he didn't win a championship, but he's carried teams.
So where'd he carry him to?
I mean, Barkley did the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So why
I
is
feel like-
Barkley in the Hall of Fame then?
Yeah, I feel like
Barkley and Carmelo fall in kind of the same category.
Barkley was an MVP.
And Carmelo was like literally up there when he was young. I mean, what's the difference?
He probably was top 5 at one point.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real.
The Charles Barkley was more of a two-way player and rebound.
And you don't think Carmelo was a two-way player?
No,
But as far as
you don't
defense,
play no defense.
I don't know about that.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
I don't.
But
like
you can't
these-
compare their offense either because Carmelo's a hell of way
No,
better, more offensive
So
player.
okay, so if you're gonna be put in because you specialize in one thing, you better be
He was exceptional.
Really fucking.
He
like,
was really good at scoring the basketball.
He was good.
He
really
fell
good.
he fell into an era where he couldn't adapt. He was in the early 2000s, so like he could put his back to the basket at the time, but then once like the Steph Currys and all those people started shooting the ball from way really deep, like in that when it started
10 years
transitioning
later.
right, but it started transitioning. It started transitioning to quicker guards. Freaking Derrick Rose comes into the play. Like it started getting too fast for him when he was trying to play back to the basket, which he was really good at. He couldn't transition. Kobe could transition.
Yeah.
Kobe did a pretty good transition, even though he still put his back to the basket.
So then, if he's just good,
He's
you're
just good
gonna
now.
put him in.
I think he's just good now. I thought he was great when he was young.
I don't know. All right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You win.
I'm just saying. Rafi just texted me, wants me to read his live comments on the. I'm gonna click on it in a second. I'm pretty sure he's gonna say something
Fuck
stupid.
them Cubs. Fuck them.
All right, wait, real
bum-ass.
quick. We got a couple more, real quick. Some good ones. Who else was left? Where we go? LeBron, Dwight. He wrote laugh out loud. Andrew Bogut. Number 1 draft pick.
No, obviously.
He's got a ring though.
I think
That doesn't mean anything.
probably for his
Robert Ory's going to have 5 and he's
Robert Ory's going to make the Hall of Fame.
Oh, if he makes it, I'm going to
Robert Ory's going to make the Hall of Fame,
I'm
bro.
going to troll up
That's
in my
easy.
mouth.
Are you kidding me? He's
Just
one.
because
He's
you
one.
got the luck to get fucking traded to a team that wins the championship.
You don't think Robert Ory at all was ever any good?
He's a good shooter.
Yeah, he was good. He was
And
good
he's got the- and he's got rings.
years too.
And this is go back to the argument
There's
because I
a
agree with
bunch
you.
of people that got rings.
I understand that, but this is my point. This is where I agree with you, John. Where I don't like when they let people in that are not at the same caliber as everybody else. Like if you're not in the caliber or in the conversation of like Michael Jordan or those type of players,
Right.
then you shouldn't make the Hall of Fame because
I mean,
Ben
no.
Wallace and Dennis Rodman are nowhere
I
near
don't
that
expect
conversation.
you to have Michael Jordan.
Of course,
numbers,
I'm just
but
using that as an
I expect
example.
you to have 1 to 2 rings, unless you get robbed like
Doesn't
my guy.
doesn't Andrew Bogut have 2? Didn't he win both with Golden
Let me
State?
finish.
No, I think he won 1.
One?
I think 15.
You
That's
got to
it.
be a elite scorer and a good defensive player, or an elite defensive player and a good scorer, a combination of the two, something.
But I
Again,
think-
where does
but
Dennis
both-
Rodman fall into that conversation? He doesn't have a combination of 2. He has
No,
1.
Yeah, that's why he shouldn't be in. I said that.
That's what I'm agreeing with you on that. That's what I'm saying. Certain people are going to slip in because of that fact.
I think
I don't
Andrew,
like-
Andrew Bogut. I think he is he one? Oh no, I'm not sure, but yeah, for his country. But you know,
Then another thing, the naismith thing is worldwide too. So you got to take the
sometimes-
Olympics
yeah,
into,
you gotta-
into
yeah, you gotta
consideration
put that
too.
because it's based off.
Chris
basketball.
Webber did not win a gold medal. He actually lost. Didn't they lose?
I don't know if he was ever in.
Yeah, he
one.
was. I feel like he was.
Then he must have won.
And then
He won on the Dream Team or the.
I know the dream team. I know
96 team.
the Jordan dream team busted their asses in practice, and Chris Webber was there. I remember that. Do you remember that? Because they would bring the college teams to go play against
I was
them,
like
yeah.
7.
and then
That's
supposedly
when they
that
started the select team.
that was the one year supposedly that so somehow the college team beat the Olympic team, and then
Wait,
they all
and
got pissed
Chris
off
Webber
at.
was on that team.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Then
know.
it was because of him. He led that college team.
Okay, and then
to
look what
win
happened the night.
against the greatest team of all
And then
time.
look what happened going forward after they would practice that. They would get killed by like 40 points. Led by whom?
You can't take away that.
Led
win.
by whom?
You can't take away that.
I'm not
win.
saying that, but you can't take away losses either.
He was probably busting Johnson's ass, Larry Bird's ass. I know
Larry
he
Bird didn't
busted
play.
Michael Jordan's ass.
You're crazy. Michael Jordan
Everybody's
stunk
ass.
on that boy.
He was just all about.
he was
ass
a
busting that day.
he was a young pup too. The next one is damn it, I can't pronounce it. Jimmy Serrano. And
Andreas Banyani.
No,
no, I don't think so either because I don't really recall. I remember him, but I don't really.
if you don't know
He
the
was
name,
number
then
one?
he's not gonna make it.
Number 1 draft pick in 2006,
remember.
and then
I remember.
2007 another bust, but it wasn't his fault. It's Greg Oden.
Good man.
That'll be the last one we talk about. Greg Oden.
What
Was he a bust? I mean, I don't know. He
He was
got
a
hurt.
Of course, he was a bust.
He
He
was a
was. He
bust.
got hurt all the time. So is it
He
really?
couldn't even fit.
he couldn't even get a year in.
right.
I mean, in reality, he couldn't even get a year in.
You see the with him, Brandon Roy, and Aldrich. They only played.
They should have. That would have been a great team.
Yeah, they only played.
Oh
like
my God.
60 games with each other, and they was like 50 and something like that. I forgot what it said, but they had a good record together.
Brandon Roy.
Rafi said, "How can you say Rodman and Ben Wallace don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?"
See,
Easy, because they don't score. What?
I believe so. But you gotta do this. You gotta figure this out because they say like not the NBA. It's like basketball in general, like just like the basketball Hall of Fame. So it could be like college. It could be like international. It could be everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot that does include all of that. So I guess. And if you want to say Chris Webber has a good college career, then sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess. I guess we'll let
Yeah.
him in. I guess.
And like women's can be in it too. So
I got a question for Ralphie. How do you feel that Clark is the mascot and the main face of the Cubs now? That pantsless fucking mascot you have.
He also said, "I can't listen to you goofs talk about basketball."
I know my shit.
Oh, he just wrote. How many rebound titles does Michael Jordan have? 0.
He was a shooting guard. What?
I love how Ralphie's controlling the conversation from his house.
You should do that, too.
Ralph.
You should have
and I know he's watching right now.
live questions.
I do. I put that, but nobody. We got 2 people, 1 person watching now. We had 2 a second ago. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to talk about Chris Webber anymore.
Let's talk about something else then.
Beat his name.
Talk about the Olympics and how
I haven't even been watching it.
How Simone Biles quit on her.
See, that's
What's that?
I think about that too.
What happened? Tell me. I haven't been watching the Olympics.
Simone Biles. You know who she is, right?
No.
She's that girl who's like 4 foot. What? Nothing.
Yeah, 4'11".
What happened?
African American.
I think I've seen pictures, but I haven't really put too much.
So she's the GOAT of the gymnastics team for the women, and she basically just up and left her team. She basically quit on her team, and she's stating mental health as the reason why she left.
At first, they said it was an injury, but then they say
Apparently
mentally wasn't there.
Mental injury. Now, see, women have it good, because if this was a man who, like, let's say, throw somebody out there. Let's say Mr. Kobe Bryant decided in the finals that he wasn't going to play due to mental health. What would have happened?
I'm sorry. I totally missed that. I was reading what Ralphie was talking about. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Damn it, Ralphie.
He commented like 100 times. I had to scroll twice.
Well, I'm going to start screaming
he
at
says
him
I'm
like
on
that.
crack because I don't know about
A
nothing
Christmas
about basketball.
story. Ralphie!
I don't know.
Christmas story? Paul, you're not, you uncultured swine.
Continue what
Watch
you were
a
saying.
movie,
Continue
read a
what you were saying.
book.
Continue what you were saying.
So she basically quit on her team in the middle of the Olympics, and she stated she was not going to be performing due to mental health. You can literally throw mental health out there and
Of course you can.
get away with it.
I know. I'm not saying you can't do that if you have a mental problem.
And I'm not saying she doesn't have it, but damn, like if it was a guy,
but wouldn't
who
you know?
just
Wouldn't you
said-
know that prior? I mean, really?
I would think so.
If you have mental issues, shouldn't you know that prior?
I mean, you had 4 years.
Now, but sometimes
And don't you go through testing when you go to the Olympics?
No, drug testing.
Mental testing.
I mean,
drug testing. That's about it.
John, Ralphie said to take your hat off.
Why? I
don't know.
I got a sweet wave going.
I don't know, that's what he just texted me. I don't know. He said, laugh out loud. Tell John remove his hat. I guess you're capping? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would assume you go through a battery of tests to be in the Olympics. I'm assuming, right? Because I mean,
Not
they're not
mental.
gonna. You don't think so?
I think
Why?
drug testing.
No, drug testing, yeah, but I mean, you have to go through like physical things and all this stuff. You know, I don't know. I mean, I would. If you had a problem, wouldn't you say something during
That's the
testing?
thing. She doesn't have a problem. She just decided she didn't want to do it no more. And
So what's the problem? What's your problem?
The problem
with
is, I think everybody's praising her for it and saying how she's strong because she decided not to perform because of mental health.
But you know that this generation is going to say that. That's a given, right? They're going to praise anything that anyone else finds incorrect.
But it's so stupid.
I agree.
They're
It's probably
saying she's
stupid.
brave because she doesn't want to do it because she's got mental problems.
You should have said that a while ago.
allegedly.
That's my opinion. You should have said that a while ago.
It's so idiotic though. How does that make you brave that you don't want to do it? And then I hear people saying, if she's not mentally into it, she might get really hurt. She's the GOAT. You guys are the same
Maybe
ones
she's
saying
just
she's the
tired.
greatest of all time.
Tired of winning.
I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
So I'm just saying, like, what would happen if that was a guy? Like I said, Kobe Bryant in the finals decides.
Nah, but see, you can't
he
even say it
doesn't
was the
wanna-
guy. That mind you, this is a race type of thing. Because if it would have been a white girl doing it,
I
you would
was
have
saying
gotten the same thing.
You can't.
You
quit
get what I'm
on
saying?
your Team in the middle.
It's one of those things. I don't know if it's probably because she's a minority for one that they're having so much compassion for her. Which again, if she has the problem, I get it.
But what's the problem?
That's none of your fucking
That's
business.
a blanket statement. I have mental health problems. What does that
a lot
mean?
of people do.
I mean, that's the thing, John. You got to take that at face value, though, because you really don't know.
What's the value of the face? I just don't. That it's all encompassing. What? So I'm walking around. I stub my toe, and the pain hurts, and my mind goes blank for a second. Does that count as mental health?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess
it's probably the pressure for her.
But I think his complaint is how do we know if it's genuine or not? Right? Is that your gripe? How do we know if she genuinely has mental issues?
Or she just
or just doesn't want to play?
Some people just be mentally exhausted.
Sure.
They got to deal
everybody.
with like
everybody. But you can't call her the GOAT now if she did this, right? Like, can you?
I don't know enough about her to really.
Can you call somebody the greatest of all time
if she quits on
when
your team?
She just? I don't want to say quit either because I would kind of want to be.
Didn't Jordan do that?
But if she stopped playing in the biggest moment,
didn't Jordan just stop playing basketball?
Yeah, he retired.
No, not in the middle of a game.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I get it. I mean, again, I don't know. I don't know enough about this particular story, but when it comes to mental issues or mental health, right? I think it's fucking important. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And I can see where athletes can have mental issues. I mean, look at Delonte West.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he bounced back though.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mental issues. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think in her case, if you're gonna go into the Olympics, right, and you feel that you have problems, then don't compete. I don't think this is like a one day to another issue. You get what I'm saying?
But what if you didn't come with those problems before you started competing?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is I woke up today and I have mental issues. You get what I'm saying? I don't think mental issues.
Allowed, though, apparently.
No, I know it is because you can't.
One day and be like,
I know, and you have to kind of respect that because how do you test that? You really can't. That's the point. So you have to take it at face value. You have to believe it until it's proven not to be true, and that's the hardest thing to prove is that someone has a mental issue. Yeah, because nowadays well, trust me, there's a lot of people that claim they have a lot of mental issues. A lot of people claim to have mental issues. When they don't, they're just dumb.
Sure, why not?
You can.
Maybe it's not an issue. Maybe it's just like she's exhausted.
Well, why not just resign then? Because that looks worse, right?
Or withdraw.
Yeah, why don't you just withdraw? But that looks worse, right? Because you want to have a legitimate excuse, and what better excuse than say I have a I get what John is saying. I don't know enough about the story to be like, okay, that's what really happened.
But if you withdraw, they're gonna want the reason why you withdraw.
And that could be anything, but that's up to you regardless. I mean, they're still going to look at you negatively.
Right.
You know, they're always going to look at you negative if you quit. That's how it is.
But that's the thing. They're not looking at
because she took. I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying she took. If she's lying, if she took a great escape route, she claims mental health, which in turn is not going to have people boo her. Are going to have people cheer her for being open about it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Can we just draw like a line here?
How do you draw it if there's no
brave though?
I get it, John, but the thing is, how do you prove it? How do you prove that she's doing this on purpose?
No, you can't.
Then so then there's no bar. So we can't say let's draw a bar.
Beyond that, people were praising her because she stopped because of her mental health.
Because they actually think she has mental health problems.
Or she probably.
But that doesn't make her brave, does it?
They call her brave because she opened up.
I can see that.
She opened up and said something that could mean anything.
Yeah.
In people's eye, that's what it's going to show.
Yeah,
it's like people opening up that they're transgender or whatever. That people call it brave because they're opening up. They didn't do anything. They're just opening up about it.
And that makes you brave.
I mean, sure. For speaking out, because a lot of people will hold that in.
I can see that.
Continue to do what they was doing.
Yeah,
I think that makes you brave. If you have mental health problems and you still compete.
I don't even have a button for you right now.
There's no mental.
I don't even have a button for you right now.
So you just said like, go ahead and do it, whatever you going through.
I feel like you got to praise everything now.
Yeah,
like, that's the way the society is now. Anyways,
any idiotic thing you do, she's brave. He's brave. I don't know.
Isn't it the same thing with transgenders and weightlifting? They're brave for destroying every woman's record, even though it's not fair. Or that one girl,
they still doing that?
Yeah. Or that one chick that almost broke the skull of that other girl in MMA.
Yeah.
She's so brave, but she almost killed another woman.
A man is brave for fighting a woman.
Don't say it that way though. Let's be correct on YouTube. A transgender
male is brave for fighting a
biological woman.
Yeah.
And nearly causing destruction to her skull. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. That's what it is at the time. What do you want to do? There's no rule. That's what we were talking about with Isai. Until the rule changes, we can't say anything. We don't have an argument until the rule changes. You know?
Isai likes the Facebook Live, by the way.
He's not watching.
He wants you to go on YouTube Live.
I can't do live right now. We need more subscribers, please. Even though we've talking about subscribers, we've crossed the 1,000 mark. Look at that. We're moving on up in this world. I see the excitement just coming right out of you, John.
We're famous to 1,000 people, apparently.
That are in overseas in like Turkey.
Turkey.
We got a lot of people from overseas. Russia, Turkey.
I'm telling you, they're using our podcast to learn English.
Using subtitles.
Inglés sin barreras.
Oh, that was a fancy, famous. That was like, what's the Rosetta Stone is the new one?
Yeah.
The modern day Inglés sin barreras is Rosetta Stone.
Actually, that was the old time Babbel. Babbel's the new one, right?
Is it? Oh, yeah. It's like an audiobook type thing, right?
To learn different languages.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmie, anything else you want to talk about? Silence. Just static. I mean, I have one more topic. I don't know if you want the one I told you. I don't know if you saw the video. I thought we could talk about that for like 2 minutes, which I thought was really fucking interesting, right? And I like having different opinions. Obviously, we're all different races and whatever here.
No, we're not.
You're white, John. Apparently, everybody thinks you're white anyways. We might as well just call you white.
I'll play the token white guy.
So in Detroit, not too long ago, a couple of days ago, there was a shooting that happened to be recorded by a dash cam off a police officer cruiser. But ironically enough, the police officers fled the scene.
I seen that. That was weird.
Okay. So let's break it down real quick. So basically what happens is the cops are basically facing a store. This guy walks across. He's walking a dog. And then a blue sedan pulls up. A guy comes out with the AR-15 and just
like an AK-47.
Whatever. They report it as an AR. Starts shooting at the guy, and the cruiser literally just takes off running.
As would I.
Okay, hold on. But here's the thing. So they're getting bashed for saying they were cowards, right? And I find this interesting because I'm like, wait a minute. This is what we wanted, right? We didn't want cops to freaking shoot anyone.
I got an idea. They can just say they have a mental health problem and they just ran, right? And that makes them brave, right?
Yeah,
it makes them brave.
I don't know.
If somebody pulls an AR-15, I'm running. I don't care if I'm a cop, if I'm the National Guard, the Russian mafia.
So there's two whammies to this. Okay, so one is that they ran, and then again, my whole thing with that is like this is what people wanted, right? They didn't want cops to get involved. Or not to get involved, but they didn't want to shoot. I mean, in this particular case, what do you do as a police officer? You have to fucking shoot, right?
Yeah.
No matter.
No, not according to some people.
In this case,
use your taser.
Hold on
the guy with the AR-15.
That's my point. I mean, and in this case, in this particular case, from what I saw, you have to shoot at whoever has that freaking AR-15. There's no talking. There is no nothing. The AR is going off. You are fucking shooting. And if you disagree with that, more power to you to try to, one of the jokes was they were like, oh, they're going to go get the therapist to come. They went to go pick up what do they call them?
The social
workers. They went to go get social workers to try to solve the problem because that's the issue. I mean, I'm serious. You're shooting, right? I mean, I would be shooting. If someone someone popped out with a freaking AR-15, I am freaking shooting. Or running.
But if you, so was the cops armed? I mean, armored? Like they had like bulletproof.
I'm assuming they do because if they're it depends on what city they're
That's
in.
what they probably ran.
But like all the city, I don't think a bulletproof vest is equipped to take too many rounds of an AR-15.
Oh,
I think they're more for like handguns. I don't think they're taking too many AR-15s. You get what I'm saying?
That's what they probably ran.
But that's a okay. Any situation where I think bullets are fired by an offender, you as a cop, in my opinion, I think you have the right to respond with fire, because at this point it's a danger, because that guy could turn around and shoot you or whatever. There's no talking at this point. That guy his mindset is to unload bullets. There is no talking at this point. There's no, hey, can you stop? Can we talk about this? No, there's none of that. This is, we got to shoot, because what's worth more are the bystanders. Their lives are more important. But now here's the other whammy. They're saying they were women. There were 2 female cops, right? And this is where I go and say, and I understand diversity in the workplace.
Yeah.
But sometimes women are not built for everything.
Right.
And if you're gonna run,
oh God, the feminists.
And I'm not saying that the men wouldn't have ran. Who knows? Because I don't know that
I would have ran.
It's just, and there you go. But I think it's kind of interesting that it was 2 women, 2 female cops, and I'm like, equality is great, but if you want to be equal, you got to hold your end as the same standard that a man can. And I don't know if women can physically do that. You know. That's just me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm all for women being cops. You want to be a cop because there's some really sexy ass cops out there. Don't get me wrong. But are you going to be willing to protect me?
Because you would be using a gun. But
you can't use a gun anywhere. You can't use a gun anyway now. I'm just saying you have to be physically able to, like if I'm in peril, you have to be physically able to help me as a female, as much as a male can. Because that's your job. That's your duty.
That's not gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's one of those like
you equal.
It's almost like the argument with the WNBA and the NBA. As much as I love Sue Bird, and I love Sue Bird to death, right? I think she's a great basketball player, one of the greatest of all time when it comes to women, and she's probably better than a lot of men basketball players that I probably know. You're never gonna get paid like LeBron James. No. Never. And it has nothing to do with sexism.
It's a business.
It's a business. But if you want to get paid like LeBron, you have to then own your side of that equation, right? So that means you have to be physically fit like LeBron James. You have to play like LeBron James. You have to bring asses in seats like LeBron James does. You don't. So we're not equal. Men and women are not equal. Period. It's just it's fact. You know, we can argue on who has what, just whatever.
Like, didn't you say they had like a celebrity thing where you can pay them money and they can say, "Hey, what's up?" Blah,
yes,
blah,
like a cameo.
Give you a message. Mm-hmm. I mean, LeBron James, if he was doing that, it'd be like what, 20 grand,
as compared
30
to
grand.
Sue Bird.
Sue Bird is like $3.25.
She's worth a little more than that.
Maybe
$5.
Relax, calm down. I used to think she was really cute when she was younger. There's something hot about her.
So who would you take, Sue Bird or Diana Taurasi?
Ooh, that's hard.
Wait, to make love to, or
no,
to make
stuff like.
I'll take. You know what? I'll take Sue Bird.
Taurasi, I know
I'll
that.
take Sue Bird. Hey, you know what? Taurasi. Yeah, there's times I see her. She's never mind.
Really?
No. There's sometimes I see her. She's not horribly ugly, but she's got game, and there's something sexy about a girl that plays basketball. I don't know why. Honestly, there's three WNBA players that I'm like are freaking amazing. Well, 4.
Alana Delavadon.
She's good too.
I know you were gonna say,
but that's not the one I was including.
No, really?
I'm thinking more guards. So Diana Taurasi,
Rebecca Lobo.
No, Diana Taurasi. She's a fucking beast.
Hey, bring back.
Sue Bird is a fucking beast. Cappy Pondexter, she's badass. And there was one more. Damn it, I can't think of her. That's how popular she is. Can't think of her. But whatever. Those are like my Maya Moore. Maya Moore is badass. She's badass. She's like a Kobe Bryant kind of player.
Brittany Griner in there?
No, but that's because she's so damn tall.
Man,
I mean,
so easy.
this
It
is
like
this is when like if I was a woman, if I identified as a woman, I would lead the league. I'd be the greatest. I'd be the greatest female basketball player there ever was.
You think so?
Yes, I'm 6'3", so I'm a Lena Deladon's height. I'm pretty sure I'm hella faster than she is because she doesn't look too fast. She probably shoots threes better than I can, but I'll probably attack the basket better than she
looks like
can.
she moves like Manute Bowl.
Kinda, yeah. I saw her play in person. She's not the most nimble chick in the world, but she was really good. I'm surprised when we let her go. When they sent us to Washington.
Man. She did it for health reasons.
Because she was really good.
Yeah.
Health reasons.
Yeah, I think she has like Crohn's disease or something.
Oh yeah, she does have something.
Yeah.
She has something. John, you're a dick. You're a fucking dick. You know, you laugh at people's problems.
No.
You're a horrible human being. We're accepting applications for co-hosts here
What
at
is
IMO.
Crohn's disease? Is that that thing where you fart and get diarrhea? Because I'm just picturing a hot girl having diarrhea all the time now.
God, you're stupid.
Crohn's disease. What is that?
It's something else she had. I don't know if it's Crohn's.
Whatever.
She got bubble guts.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Just call it that. The bubble
Sure,
guts.
the bubble guts.
Why you call it Crohn's syndrome or whatever?
Just to make it sound a little more appropriate.
Nah.
All right.
Like bubble guts.
Jimmy, you got anything else, buddy?
You was gonna finish that shooting. You didn't about
What's your opinion on it?
It's like what you said, like if it was lady cops, I feel like it was that wasn't meant for that situation. So
I mean, it's hard to say because we don't know obviously there weren't guys there, so we won't know. We don't know how they would have reacted. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows? But
I heard they came back though.
They came back to check up on the body on the guy who got shot. Because they can get in trouble. They're being investigated right now.
Piece of Swiss cheese now.
They're getting investigated for it.
And it was in Detroit, right?
Yeah, it was in Detroit.
Yeah.
They're getting investigated for it right now. I don't know. It's one of those situations. My problem is not so much about the women. My problem is, what did we expect to happen? I mean, here's the funny part. The people that shot that guy, don't tell me they didn't see the cop car. So there is no fear to authority at all right now.
I wonder if they saw that they were women and they were like, fuck it, 2 women.
Nah, it was too fast, bro. You really think they're just going to...
I don't know. I didn't see the video.
Because the video, the cops have their headlights on too, so I thought that they could really tell.
Oh, I didn't know.
That, whatever.
They
had the lights
Again, there is no fear in police right now. I'm not saying you should fear police, right? I don't think you should fear them like they're going to kill you. But you haven't... Listen, I mean, think about it. When you show, like, the fact that they're doing this in front of police means what? That tells a lot.
They don't give a fuck.
That means nothing's going to happen to them.
No.
You could put the police station right in the middle of the hood.
I mean, eventually they'll catch them.
That's my point. My point is there's no fear in the sense of they don't care about the punishment that comes with it because they know that there is no punishment.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Or they go in and they come back out.
Right, yeah.
You know, right now the Chicago the superintendent guy, he's going crazy on the city because he's blaming the court system because he doesn't want to take any of the blame. He's blaming the court system, saying that we're catching people, but they're putting them right back on the street. And I agree with that too. But that has to do a lot with what's going on, and that's the problem. We're not taking things. We're more worried about.
So then, why are you bashing these 2 girls?
I'm not bashing them.
If they're gonna go in jail and come right back out, why not just not fucking cut out the middleman?
I get it. I get it. I'm not saying I'm just saying the problem. We created this problem as humanity. We created
nothing.
We created this problem. We're part of humanity. We wanted this, right? We wanted people to not have punishment for what they, because we were so worried about people getting killed or whatever and complaining about everything that happened that cops don't care anymore. You know what? And I don't blame them because I agree. I almost agree with that cop that made fun of LeBron. Bro, if something was going on in front of me, honestly, guns and all that, you know what? Hey, I'll come back.
Yeah.
If I was a cop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get involved because either way, I'm wrong.
I feel like cops are made to react instead of like prevent stuff. So,
what do you mean?
Like when certain things happen, the cops always there when everything's been done. Sometimes they'll prevent something, but I feel like for the most part,
it's already out of hand.
Yeah.
And it's true. It's the truth. Even like, okay, like again, and this is where I feel like a lot of people will comment and say, "Oh, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't." And it's the truth, because even in the case where with the knife, where the cop killed the girl with the knife, right? Would it be a different story if that girl would have stabbed that other girl? What do we say then if the cop didn't shoot at them? Because they were complaining about,
they're saying about them two girls right now.
Right, and that's the thing. So it's like there's no middle ground.
Yeah,
and there has to be a middle ground, because sometimes you have to take action, lethal or non-lethal.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. In this particular case, who knows who else could have got capped at that time? It was an empty intersection, but still, I mean, you have to react, and you have to react. I think as a police officer, it's your duty. You know what? I did read that there was a case a long time ago that kind of cleared up a little bit about that. Their duty is they don't have to protect you, right? I don't think they don't have to do it. Like, how do I explain it? It was weird. They were trying to say like there is a gray area there. If their life is in jeopardy, they don't necessarily have to take a bullet for you. If that makes any sense.
I get it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they have to protect you in a sense, but they don't have to take a bullet for you.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So I think we're asking a lot of police, but whatever. We are going to have a cop on the show in a few weeks. One of my buddies. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good conversation. Jimmie, anything else, buddy? I think we're going to wind down.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
This was actually a pretty long episode.
Yeah.
We've gone an hour and 30 minutes. Actually, when we were talking about basketball, it flew by. We were like at 45 minutes. We were still talking about Chris Webber. See what happens? Talk about Chris Webber. Just fucking
Great
time
things
flies.
happen. Yeah.
Great things. What the fuck are you talking about?
Great things. Time flies when you're having fun.
Right.
Jimmie, you had a good
Talk
time?
about Chris Webber.
Yeah. Always a good time.
All right. You feel like coming back one day?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. John,
Yeah.
you're good?
Yeah.
You gotta say anything else?
Next week I'm taking a mental health day.
You see?
Won't be here.
Oh, John, you're.
A la Simone Biles.
Oh God,
be here.
John, you're a bad man. All right, cool. So that's gonna be our show for today. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, everything we said is in our own opinion, and if you don't agree with it, I got 3 words for you. Thanks for listening.